Hello, my lovelies. Oh, it's not so dark as what I thought. That's good. Okay, so luckily you can't see the carnage that's going on around me. Us poor persons with ADHD, all I wanted to do was put a wreath on the shelf and ended up painting the whole house. And I've got some lavender spray, which is quite calming. I wanted to have a little chat about, so twice now, there must have been a jump. There must have been an energetic jump because not last night, but the night before, I had some dreams. Then I got taken off and I was with the fairies. So I'm away with the fairies. And then last night, I had an ex pop in. So I don't know if that's something that needed closing out leading up to this full moon. And then I had two pet dragons. One, now people, friends of mine, not going to mention any names, were looking after them. And one of the dragons had its tail chopped off at the end, and the other one, someone else was looking after the other one, and I had returned from wherever I was, and I had to go and see my dragons. Now dragon in the fairy cards is strength, so maybe it's getting my strength back or something, but anyway, yeah. So, but I wasn't sure whether these dragons were in a mood with me or not. And I woke up. So we're going to ask for what's going on in the collective, messages from the fairies, for our highest timelines, protection from the highest level. See what's going on. I know we've got the moon coming up, but see what opportunities are around. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles, and then I've got two pairs of glasses. This is how on the ball I am today. Two pairs of glasses. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles as the collective energy at the minute, and she's sitting pretty. She's the 10 of Pentacles can represent generational wealth, generations of families. It can be, it's abundance. It's abundance in that there's no lack. But it also can represent a marriage. But as you can see, she's surrounded by fruit. She's eating, it's harvest time, and the animals around her, which would represent her family, are also having a nice time eating their harvest. So it could be harvest time. But generational wealth comes in with this. And then the Knave of Pentacles at the bottom is also, so that makes 11 with the 10 and the Knave. Again, she's eating fruit, but it's the beginning of something. So something has closed out. Something's coming in, like a gift, or there's no lack here. So it's 10 of Pentacles is like, I have everything that I need and some. So there's a new opportunity to make more pentacles. There's a Knave of Pentacles, which is the birth of, the baby of, a new opportunity to make some money, or abundance, or gifts. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to mean money, but it normally represents abundance in whichever way you see abundance. Pentacles are usually, it's an earth sign, so it's usually abundance, but it's security as well. So there's let's get rid of the hair. So yeah, it's sitting pretty in abundance, feeling the 10 of Pentacles. It may not necessarily mean you're rich, but you've got good family life support and all that. Let's see what we get with the 10 of Pentacles. What would the fairies? So this is the opportunity, or it's the energy of the collective at the minute. But normally, like I say, in other cards, it represents a good home life. We have divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So she's sitting by a fire. She's got these cards out in front of her. There's a crystal ball. There's a candle. It's tuning in is the card with the Ten of Pentacles. Now that could be that you've just acquired a new skill in divination. That could be the Knave. That could be the new pentacle that's come in, the gift that's just been awakened. But it's about tuning in, getting your cards out, going to see somebody who does that, listening to your dreams, you know, and it's on fire. This energy at the moment is on fire. It's why there's I used to go down to the stream and take pictures of the stream, and I would get messages from the stream, which is something that I used to do in Egyptian times. In this picture here in particular, it's she could get messages, you could be getting messages through looking at flames, or using cards or runes or whatever you feel drawn to. Literally waiting for paint to dry. Yeah, whatever you feel drawn to. So we're going to get a healing card. Look up. I got a very strong message to keep looking up, and I think it is to clear this. That was from Kaylee, from my friend Tig. Look up. So that's all I've been doing the last 24 hours, is looking up, and it does seem to be stretching that throat chakra. Maybe there's muscles there that need flexing. I've just oh, okay, so this card was put in the wrong deck, but was it? Because obviously I've just got that out, and it says magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So that was in the wrong deck, but was it in the wrong deck? So there's never normally any accidents, coincidences. Obviously we were meant to see that, and with what I've been given over the last 2 nights, I would say that there is a magical doorway open and available to us if we choose to go through it. Also, one of my sons just got this massive TV with a really clear picture, and I could see things flying around in front of the camera. So if anyone else clocks that, because I don't think it's dust and I don't think it's dandruff. So if anyone else clocks that, can you let me know? Because I just wanted to see what the picture quality was like, and notice these little white things floating around. So 10 of Pentacles, stay focused. 10 of Pentacles, divination, generational wealth. But it could be, right, I'm getting something. It could be that this divination, I think that's what you call it, it's basically tea leaf reading, reading the cards, runes, being psychic, is something that has been passed down. And I've got cold shivers. And it could also have been or is being passed down to someone else in the family, like a younger child, because it's a gift. A pentacle is a gift, whether it's, you know, an actual penny or a gift in something. But divination, 10 of Pentacles, I would say is a spiritual gift, magical gateway. So we'll keep going. That just came through. And it's something you can use to create the 10 of Pentacles, but it does feel like it's been passed down generations, and it may have just, you may have known it for a long time. A lot of people are very gifted, but they block it out because, you know, the unknown, which is what the magical gateway says, can feel a bit looming, you know, but we all have this gift, and a lot of us had it when we were children, but without having, obviously, if you're not, triggers and sensitivity. So obviously, yeah, a lot of us had these gifts as children. Self-love, number 16. That's beautiful because she is just literally hugging herself, giving back to oneself, doing whatever it is that fills your cup, you know, whether that's exercise, diet, singing, swimming, eat, whatever. It's self-love, and it could be that self-love that opens up this magical gateway. But I want to quickly get back to this 10 of Pentacles and divination. I feel is something that's been in the family, and it could have been in since you were a child, or it could be showing up in one of the children in your family. It's a generational gift that's been passed down, and like I said, the 2 dreams I've had, the veil is so thin. I've had fairies, I've had dragons, so yeah, the 10 of Pentacles, this gift is coming in. Now we've got triggers. Now, when I say it's a number 9, I mean, it's got the new moon in it. So this, and there's also like a snowflake in there. But these triggers don't necessarily look bad, but you could be being triggered. Now, whether that be by someone or something, what we have to understand is that we're living in this multi-dimensional reality where stuff is being reflected back to us, and it could be triggering this divination. So if there's something that we don't like in someone, it's because we're not comfortable with it in ourselves. If there's something we see that triggers us, then that's when it's a work that we have to do on ourselves. But triggers can also be good things. So you may have memories come up to the surface that are triggering, because it's a 9, it's like, you know, almost wish fulfillment. And then we've got sensitivity, number 12, sensitivity. And it's like she's at one. She's at one with the earth. I mean, there's no way that we can't, you know, you're never too sensitive. Let me tell you that now, because that's something that, you know, I was triggered by for many years. If you're sensitive, you're sensitive, and that's it. And whatever the planet is going through, we're feeling it, whether we like it or not. It's, you know, if it's a good thing or it's a bad thing, it's a trigger. And it's triggering our sensitivity. It's awakening triggers in us to become more sensitive to the planet, to each other. So I'm gonna go a bit deeper with that. And like I say, the Knave of Pentacles is often the beginning of, but I'm feeling like this could be a new gift, but possibly a generational gift that's coming out in a child, or is being triggered at this moment in time. And we need to be very sensitive around this. We need to be we need to be more sensitive anyway. We need to be sensitive around, you know, if somebody is having premonitions, divination, dreams, whatever, whether it be adults or children, there needs to be some sensitivity around this. As in, you know, not you're crazy, because that's a trigger, and that's very damaging. So let's see, 10 of Pentacles. So we've got the turning of the wheel. We have the turning of the wheel, which means something has closed out. But the Wheel of Fortune, so we've got the 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So that's abundance coming in, but that means that something has closed out. A 10 is the end of a cycle, which then turns the wheel. And we've got Justice. So in the Justice card, you can see that this is, when I look at these energetically, she's blindfolded. She's got her sword and she's got some weighing scales. So on those weighing scales, Justice comes in, weighs up what's equal, what the equal give and take, equal energetically balanced, and cuts away with that sword anything that's unjust or not serving, which could then turn the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. So again, it's like Justice, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is, again, it's receiving gifts. It's this equal exchange, whether it be in money, whether it be in emotion, but it's balanced. It's I give freely of my time and energy, and it's given back in different ways, but it's an equal exchange. And that's what the Justice card does, is it makes sure with that sword that anything that is not equal in exchange, either energy or, it's like doing a job and getting paid what you're worth for it. If you're not, Justice will come in and take you out of that job to make sure, you know, but you have to also do that. But there's also the Wheel of Fortune, which would represent the 10 of Pentacles. And then we've got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which represents clarity. There was clarity. Something has come to light. This is this big round ball of enlightenment at the top of the sword, and it's piercing through the rose. So it's pierced through something that had opened up, budded, but clarity is news coming in, or it's suddenly knowing something. I know something. I have clarity around this, and I've got my sword. I've got my Ace of Swords. I can cut away. So it's either a new idea that's come to light, or it's the coming to light of some information to be able to give you the sword of justice, cut away that which no longer serves you to make it equally balanced, because she's blindfolded, she can't see. So, what else have we got? We've got that full moon coming up, which I'm feeling already. We've got the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is options, but it's also this really kind of dreamy, like, oh, I'm going to dream about this, I'm going to dream about that. And what she's doing is she's picking up each cup and she's looking into it. So it's almost like projecting yourself. Say you've got decisions to make or opportunities coming in, and she's looking in each cup and feeling out, is this going to serve me? Is this going to be in balance with the way I am right now? But it does mean that there's 7 is a few options coming in. And yeah, she's got her hand on her chin and she's looking at it like this, and she's like, you know, trying to feel out whether, and maybe that's the sensitivity. It's like, is this going to benefit me, or is it possibly going to trigger me? Sensitivity and triggers. 7 of Cups. So yeah, it's almost like projecting yourself into a situation or a job or whatever options that are coming in, and putting your hands on your heart and going, how am I going to feel? It's almost like projecting yourself into that. How am I going to feel once I'm there? Is, you know, is it going to be sensitive to my needs, or is it going to trigger me? Self-love. That is self-love. That's preservation. We've got the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is the fire king. He's like, I have mastered all the wands. It's a very divine masculine energy. He's good to go. So he's a businessman. He's a doer. He's very very to the point. He's a magical manifester, and he's done his shadow work as well. But it could be the divine masculine in us that needs to get to work, get cracking, make a decision on this 7 of Cups, get the plans in order. I'm putting him under divination because he's fire. And then we've got the Ace of Wands at the bottom, which again is like this new wand. I've done some healing work, and I've come up with this new idea. I've mastered this new way of expression. Wands is fire energy, and it's around that, not the solar plexus, the other one, but yeah, it's around that it's around that energy, that fire energy. I've got this new wand. What am I going to do with it? How am I going to use it? Where am I going to go with it? It's a healing wand. It could be an artistic pursuit. But it's again, with the King of Wands, it's like it could be a new business idea. So I suddenly decided I'm not happy in my job. I'm going to start doing artwork. I'm going to start reading. I'm going to start, you know, playing an instrument. It's something that involves not just, you know, going to work 9 to 5, making money, but also some kind of healing. This fell out on the net of the 6 of Pentacles, which is the Knave of Pentacles. So again, this is a gift that's coming in. And divination, 6 of Pentacles, Knave of Pentacles. It's a gift that's coming in, but it could be a child. It could be a child with a gift, or working with your gifts with children. But it's something new that is coming in. Justice has decided. We've got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, which is, I I'm happy on my own. I'm content. I don't look for anything outside of myself. I don't chase. I create. She's sitting pretty. Options, triggers. So yeah, feeling out what, like I say, those triggers could be triggers that actually trigger the divination through sensitivity. Now we've got the Emperor. The Emperor is solid foundations. I am the Emperor. I have built my own kingdom on solid foundations. It's the divine masculine. He came out under the King of Wands as well. So possibly a male in the family with the Ten of Pentacles. It's the divine masculine. So this is either father figure, grandfather figure, but it's about that protector. His third eye chakra is wide open as well, but it's the protector. He's got that shield with the raven or whatever it is, eagle on it. So he's the protector. He's the doer. I create my own foundations. He's the father, the grandfather, the divine masculine, basically. Either outside of us or within us. That is being called here to get into action. Self-love. Trying to think what cards to go for. There's definitely not a feel of lack or anything here. It all seems balanced, just, fair, equal. There's a lot of work that's gone on here to get to this, and it has triggered maybe by becoming more sensitive. It's triggered some form. We've got the moon, of course we've got the moon. It's triggered some form of divination through a magical doorway, and maybe just even, you know, taking time out for self-love. How can we possibly love other people if we don't love ourselves? So we've got the moon, which is divine feminine. I think it's the Pisces in tarot. I think it's the Pisces. It's got the crab underneath. This is things coming to light, illumination, or that's where the word lunatic comes from. But it's enlightening. It's bringing, as we're moving towards this full moon, which I think is on the 17th. I know it's in Gemini, so it's going to be a bit not. I don't want to say Jekyll and Hyde, because it's not. It's just going to be. The only way I can try and explain it is like in my dreams. One minute I'm in the past, and then the next minute it's like I'm in a complete and utterly different dimension. So I feel like this moon is going to be bringing up different energies. We've got the Three of Cups as well, so there's celebrating going on, but it's bringing three things together. This could be three people or a community of people with different qualities. When I see this cup, I always see like it's three women, but the Three of Cups is celebration times. So celebrating around that moon with whatever is being brought to light, or these new gifts that are coming online, which is what I'm really feeling with this Ten of Pentacles. It's something that's been passed down the generations. And this Three of Cups is like, it's time to celebrate, to come together. And honestly, we're coming up to Christmas, but like-minded people, your vibe attracts your tribe kind of feeling to it. Now, we do have the Devil underneath. It's temptation. It's very tempting. around this time, but collectively what I'm getting energetically is distractions. There could be some distractions. The distractions might be in the form of fear-based. It might be in the form of, now he's got a mask on, so it could be I wish that light would disappear. It could be in the form of falling back into old patterns, little bits of tests coming up, but it's chains. The devil represents kind of like things that we need to cut our ties with, not be distracted by. He's like the little devil on the shoulder, but it also is, again, taking up that sword and not repeating patterns. So distractions, patterns, codependencies, things that don't serve us. I'm going to leave him at the bottom of the deck over there and have a look at the fairy oracles and see what we get. So definitely some sensitivity needed here. Ten of Pentacles. Give us some more on the Ten of Pentacles. I just keep getting back. This is generational wealth or gifts. At a snail's pace. So there's no rush. 22 to me is the divine, you know, feminine number. It's balance. And again, we've had, you know, the Six of Cups, justice, and the Wheel of... It's balancing things out. But at a snail's pace, slow down, grounding, listen for the heartbeat of the earth, subtle energies. So that goes hand in hand with sensitivity. It's about we can't ignore what's going on collectively at the moment, and we do, and it is, everybody is going to become more sensitive to their environment, to each other, but it's at a snail's pace. It's going to happen in its own time, is my feeling there. And again, it could be with these decisions that are coming in, options, or daydreaming about options. There's no rush. It's often when we chase something or rush into something that we realise that we've kind of made a mistake. So at a snail's pace. And then the golden gift. Magical help is on its way. Can I show her? Yes, I can. So 24, which again is a 6, and she's got a fairy above her. Is that the moon? No. But she's got a fairy above her. Golden gift. Magical help is on its way. I think this is these new gifts that are coming online. I really feel like there's going to be, or has been, or this is definitely showing a massive shift leading up to this full moon, which may be quite triggering, may be quite... it's an opportunity to clear out any old trauma, but in doing so, I feel like with it triggering the sensitivities, that it's going to be also triggering new gifts. Got a slow connection. I do feel like it's also going to be triggering new gifts, gifts of divination, or gifts from the universe, but it's golden gift. Something is coming in. Divination, seeking out and finding answers. I mean, she's going right into the water there. She's got a pendulum and she's swinging it. It's a number 3 as well, but again, it's divination, seeking out and finding answers. So it's using different forms of divination to find answers to questions. But can you see that that fountain that's pouring out? It looks a little bit like the devil. It's got the same kind of face. I don't know if you can see that. It's got the same kind of face, but she's not distracted by it. Do not be distracted no matter what is being thrown out in the collective at the moment. And there's a lot. She's focused. She's halfway in, up to her knees. So the water represents our emotions. So as we're coming up to this full moon, stuff is going to be coming to the surface, which might be quite triggering. But it's to trigger our sensitivities. I'm going to need to... It's to trigger our sensitivities, or it might be making us more sensitive. And to bring justice in where there has been unjust, or the scales aren't balanced, so too much giving, not enough receiving. That's where the self-love comes in. It's like, oh, I'm giving too much here, I need, you know, and then take the sword, cuts the cord, and then seeking out and finding answers. So she's 100% in her feels, and she's got this key. It's a key, and she's holding it. Have you ever done the thing where I think when people wanted to know whether it was a boy or a girl, they'd hold it above the belly and it'd go round. So she's using it to find out, seek out the answers that she's looking for. But she's not even looking at this. So it's stay focused. Do not get distracted. Don't get distracted by reacting rather than responding, because people might want to get a reaction or something outside of us. It's all to do with pulling your energy back. Keep the devil over there. But it is, yeah, it's distractions, or possibly, you know, old patterns might be resurfacing, or old triggers just being brought up to the light so we can see them, look at them, recognise them, and then work through them. Follow me. Come. This is your invitation to enter the realm of fairy. 23, which is 5. So that's change. That's 5 is change. And it's like there is a magical gateway, an opportunity to go into a different realm. Now, we obviously, I work with fairies, and I believe in them. 3 of graces, which again is the 3 of cups. Cooperative ventures with friends, joy, sharing, new partnerships that are fun. I'm just going to share those 2 pictures together because they're so beautiful. So it's celebrating, finding your tribe, coming together. Now that looks, they're under the sun, they're not, but it's ventures with friends, joy, sharing, new partnerships that are fun, and they're all holding hands. It's like we're all on the same page. And, you know, turning away from, but yeah, so follow me is basically an invitation to learn a new skill, learn a new divination. I was going to get I'm just going to get the old labyrinth fairies out. But it's a gift, a golden gift. The 3 at a snail's pace. No rush. There's no rush. but there's definitely an opportunity around this full moon that's coming up. And the Emperor is the divine masculine. Look at what he's standing on. He's standing on solid stone. These are solid foundations. He's built those. He's built those solid foundations. So yeah, what I was saying, I sort of lost my track there. What I was saying is that you know, we are conditioned, if you like, to believe that there's just one reality and one realm. That is obviously not true. And I do believe that anything that they say is mythical probably is true. I mean, they try and, as we are witnessing right now, you know, messing around with history. So if we are without getting distracted by it, because I try not to pay too much attention, but if we are actually seeing information being wiped out or disappear at this moment in time in this realm, then it's happened before, and it's happened before, and it's happened before, and there's probably a lot that we don't know. So we've got the topsy-turvets. Now I love these cards because they're always kind of like, even though the reading seems to be going perfectly well, these always kind of like, yeah, let's just tip it on its head, because without that expansion of thinking or changing the way we think, we can't expand in the mind space. Therefore, and it's the Seven of Cups, you know, having options, thinking about things differently. We can't expand in the mind space. So the topsy-turvets. In a reading, the turvets suggest that things need to be looked at from another angle. We need to back off from our emotional entanglement and look anew. Much of the apparent confusion about the issue is caused by a faulty point of view. Get the opinions of honest others and then relook at your own. So defensiveness and denial may be causing much difficulty, which is obviously you might be being triggered. Try imagining that you are looking at a situation from a point of view of each of the others involved. This is not an excuse in deciding how the other ought to see things, but in discovering how they really do. Words like "he ought to see that" are not useful at this time. If the turvets turn up, another point of view does not readily suggest itself, it may be useful to draw another card. Or you might choose to do another reading. I'm not doing it all again. Addressing that issue independently. Remember to pause. Listen for this is the snail's pace. Addressing the issue. Remember to pause to listen for hints from the turvets themselves. They are experts in the field. Yeah, really helpful. So what it's saying is it's about possibly expansion of viewing things from a different perspective, which is the Seven of Cups. It's like I say, it's looking at things, trying to feel it out, maybe using divination, or is this thing that I'm experiencing a form of divination that's come online, is what I'm getting with this, leading up to this full moon. So if you do get triggered or something comes back from the past or whatever, know that it is to be cleared out, to be back to balance, and with it, once we've done the shadow work on it, comes a gift. And the gift might just be to pass on to other people how to do that. So we've got the fairy godmother at the bottom, and this is about, again, it's gifts coming in. I love her crown. And she's got the owl and the apple and the ball. So we've got the fairy, I'm going to have to get used to this, the fairy godmother coming in. Now this is also about asking us to become fairy godmothers, about giving freely of our time, maybe giving gifts to other people or sharing our gifts, fairy godmothering other people who possibly aren't as fortunate as us at this time, and possibly without letting them know where it's from. You know, that Cadbury's, that, you know, but obviously I don't agree with all that app crap. But just gifting. I have enough energy today, I'm going to gift it without expecting anything back. And then we've got Oi, that gnome. I mean, look at him. He looks like a right old Mardy. Mardy ass. Oi, that gnome. And so we've had the turvets. Was there anything else? I could have sworn another one flew. Am I losing it? I could have sworn another one flew. Right, so go the slow. Again, this is at a snail's pace. I don't even have to read the card. You can just see it. Look at him. He's so old, but he's smiling still. And it's just another go slow. There's no rush. We're not in a rush to go anywhere. Go at a snail's pace. And it's the lines on his face that shows the wisdom that he's learned from his years of experience. He's surrounded by ivy, but it's the lines on his face that, and he's still smiling. So if there is stuff coming to the surface, maybe from past or whatever, leading up to this full moon, you know, there's no rush to, you know, it's not like we're on a clock. We've got to get it all cleared out. He's taken it slow. It's at a snail's pace. And what was that? Who's he? 42. 42. I don't know who he is. And I can't even read his name with my glasses on because so he's meek, the mancer. So small clues, details, the messages everywhere, and patience. Attention to details are important at this time. Little things are not only important in themselves, but they also give you an important information about larger things. Look for inner, hidden meaning in ordinary objects, happenings, and experiences. Life is trying to teach you something by speaking to you gently. With luck and application, you will get the message before it has to speak more loudly. Body language in humans as well as mice may give you useful information at this present time, especially if you learn to read it properly. So again, it's like that knowing without knowing. It's this divination that could be that I'm feeling is generationally passed down, which is coming online, and it's almost like that. How did I know that was going to happen? Or what is this I'm feeling? It doesn't feel like mine. Or, you know, oh, I had a dream about that last night. Whatever. That's reading it, reading the room. The clues to the answers you seek and the things you need to know are all around you. You are surrounded by omens, portents and signs. but the signs are not written on billboards in large letters. Sometimes they are. They are in small happenings. Be awake and be aware. If you work out what the question really is, it's much easier to recognise the answer when it comes. I told you they're so bloody confusing. And let's have a look at this Oi That Gnome, which is number 26. He looks like a right Mardy arse, like I said. Trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. This will be, head up, this will be in connection to that devil energy. Look at him. It's time to leap into the air. Is it? Are you sure? Right. Yeah. It's time to leap into the air, letting the earth beneath you and discover where you come down again. Reasonable risks are okay. Even unreasonable risks are probably okay. Use your head and look before you leap, of course. But do so understanding that the actual jump is likely to be very rewarding. No guarantees, but then there never really are anyway, no matter how pretty the paper may seem to be printed on and the scroll work around the edges. So that's what I'm saying. This could be a little bit, it's got that devil energy to it. It might, these options, these 7 of cups that are coming in might look very glamorous. And this little gnome is saying, read the paperwork. In a reading, the presence of that gnome tells us that the forces of chaos are at work. Things may not be as they seem, and this may very well be a good thing. Look for the unexpected, find the opportunity in it and go to make them better. Oh, hang on a minute, sorry. Find the opportunity in it and go for it. He says no matter how confused things may seem, there is a way to make them better. But it's a creative way. So this is the gifts that are coming online. And they could be creative gifts, which is what the Ace of Wands represents. For me, anyway. A creative gift. But it's a creative way and one you haven't tried before. Think amazing new thoughts. So there's a little warning there that it may be a little bit chaotic going around, but stay focused. And like the riddle woman, wherever she's gone, she's staying focused. She's got her pendulum out. She's feeling her way through the water, through the waters. We're going to close with a rose. Yeah, she's feeling her way through the waters without being distracted. And that's what it said with, you know, it might, options may come. And the paper that it's printed on may look very attractive or desirable, but she's not making any decisions. There's no fast decisions to be made here. Close with a rose. I think the paint's dry now. I could put my Christmas decks up. I haven't got any, just a mantelpiece thingy. This is literally waiting for paint to dry. Let's close with a rose. If you do go to YouTube, obviously subscribe, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up, leave any comments. The crowning, So it's initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. This is the Ten of Pentacles. The crowning is kind of like the chakra crown, just something coming online. And it, even though in this it looks like the rose, it's kind of between the legs kind of thing, but it's a rebirth, a new, something new is coming online, divination wise, and an initiation. So how focused are you? How you know, keep practicing rebirth, birth, rebirth, oh, thresholds. So yeah, it's going beyond our you know, rational. It's a magical gateway. Follow me. It's a magical gateway, you know. But the crowning and a seat at the table. Bottom of the deck we have oh, excuse me. Bottom of the deck we have a second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, and new possibilities. Right, I'm going to, I think it's the pain that's making me cough. I love you lots.